Hey guys, it's John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing well. I recently got some very cool pedals from Lichtlaerm Audio that I'm doing some videos on. The first video that I did was on the Acer Hatter boost pedal, which is a very awesome boost pedal, a very unique boost pedal I must add. You can watch my demo and review of that pedal up here or down here if you're interested, by the way. But today we're going to check out the Amber Spyglass EQ pedal. Look at this beauty. This is a very flexible and versatile EQ pedal that can also be used as a boost. And I really like to admire how beautiful these pedals look. They are really classy and well designed. Love it. Now this is not your average EQ pedal. It certainly has a very different approach than something like the MXR 10-band EQ, for example. Because of the semi-parametric EQ on this one as opposed to the sliders on the MXR, I tend to get much more musical results with a pedal like this. I guess it's a bit more intuitive to use, and it just sounds a bit more natural to my ears, because with the 10-band EQ it's really easy to overdo things. Now let's start by taking a listen to how this pedal sounds in front of an already driven tube amplifier. So basically using this EQ pedal as a boost in front of the amp to tighten things up and to make it sound more ferocious. So we're going to use this pedal to really push and shape the guitar tone in a way that sounds much better to my ears anyway, for heavy rock and metal. And for this, I'm going to use my Peavey 6505, but I'm going to use it on the rhythm channel on the crunch mode. Now this is a very loose and fat sounding channel, definitely not as tight as the lead channel on the 6505, so this can definitely benefit from some tightening up. I'll use my ESP LTD NW44 guitar tune to drop C for the heavy riffs, and the amp is being fed into my Red 7 amp central reactive load and to a York Audio IR from the MES412 OS cabinet. Alright, let's just go ahead and take a listen to how that sounds. Here we go. Alright, that was so awesome. This pedal made such a big difference for the tone. Putting an EQ in front of an already driven amplifier can be such a powerful tool to shape the tone. The resulting tone was much more defined, tight and focused because of this pedal. What I did to achieve these tones was on the pedal, lower the bass a bit as well as lower the low mids a little bit. I pushed the level up, also raised the high control, a little bit of high mids, and I also raised the mids a little bit. Just to push those upper and mid frequencies more into the amplifier and to cut some bass to make it sound more tight basically. Now this pedal allows you to shape the tone in any way you'd like, so that's really cool. I just spoiled nearly all the features of this pedal, but let's take a quick look at what this pedal has to offer in terms of controls. On the top left we have the bass control, in the middle here we have the level control, and by the way all the controls have a range of 16 decibels, so that's great. And then on the top right here we have the high control, and then in the bottom row we've got the low mids, the mids, and the high mid control. And something very cool is this little frequency control over here. With this little control you can control the frequency of the mid control. So that's great for really fine-tuning the mid-range of this pedal. Now something really cool and unique about this pedal is that with this switch over here, you can turn on or off the mid frequencies individually, or independently, I should say. So this switch over here turns on the boost independently from the mid control, and with this switch over here, you can turn the mid frequencies on or off. So that's really neat, and that can be very useful for if you want to boost the mids for some sections in a song, for a solo or a lead or something like that. So that's a very cool feature indeed. Now, an EQ pedal can of course also be very powerful in the effects loop of an amplifier, just to shape the overall EQ curve of the amplifier instead of shaping the distortion of the amplifier. And let me demonstrate that by using my Mesa Boogie Mark 535 amplifier, an amp that is very notorious for being very mid-heavy and honky without the parametric built-in EQ. So what I'm going to do is turn off the EQ on the amplifier and basically let this pedal do all the work. I'm going to use channel 2 on the extreme mode, which is a great sounding mode for high gain riffs. And I'm basically going to use this pedal to scoop the mids a little bit, just to make it sound more mix ready and more suitable for rock and metal. And the guitar for these riffs will be my Gibson Les Paul Custom. And of course the amp will also be fed into the Red 7 and a York Audio cab IR from the MES 212 V30 cab. Okay, let's check out how this sounds. Here we go. Awesome! What a difference, right? I really love what a pedal like this can do for a guitar tone. So if you have an amplifier that could benefit from some EQ shaping outside of the amplifier itself with the built-in controls, then this can be a very useful tool for your arsenal. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that these Lichtlaerm audio pedals have a very low noise floor? So that's great, they are not noisy at all. Now let's run this pedal in front of my Marshall JCM 800 Studio, and I'll just twist some knobs so you can see how they react and how they sound. I'll use my Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s with the Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge position. And again, this amp will be fed through the Red 7 and a York Audio IR from the MRSH 412 MV30A speaker cab. Okay, let's check it out. right. That was the Lichtlaerm Audio Amber Spyglass EQ pedal. A really awesome pedal. A very useful pedal with a very classy design. It looks awesome. It sounds great. It has great features and also some unique features. For more information on the Lichtlaerm Audio pedals, visit their website, which is lichtlaermaudio.com, or their social media pages. That's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you found it useful perhaps. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below along with the notification bell, as that really helps the channel out. And you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers!